guys, thanks for coming back to our Over Busy You Can Too kitchen. Tonight I'm going to make a beef stew and I'm going to leave it in the slow cooker overnight, and then tomorrow we're going to have stew for our lunch. I'm going to make a steak pie out of it and I'm going to freeze some down. So I have got quite a lot here, but it is going to do a lot. So a large pan, and I'm just spraying it with fry light again. If you're not using fry light, if you're not on slimming oil and you're not using fry light, then just use a tablespoon or two of oil. My onions, I've just halved them and then sliced them into sort of semi rings, and they're just going to go in there, and I'm just going to brown those up a bit. I've got them on a high heat. Stir them around. I've got a thumb-sized piece of ginger which I've just chopped really fine. The reason I haven't grated it is because that one's actually getting a little bit older and it wouldn't grate very well. And I've got about half a dozen big cloves of garlic which I've grated. It sounds like quite a lot of garlic, but there is a lot of mixture and there's some very strong flavours in here, so you will get away with it. Don't think you're just gonna taste the garlic, because you're really not. In with my onions, garlic and ginger, I've got about half a dozen celery sticks here which I've chopped up. Just a normal, just slice straight through them, normal slice. And the same with the celery, you won't taste it as celery, it's just an extra flavouring. And to that, just to get them going, I've got half a dozen carrots, good bite-sized pieces. Again, this is going to cook overnight in the slow cooker, so they need to be sort of fairly robust so that they'll stay together. You're not just going to end up with a big pan of mush. So my half a dozen carrots have gone in. And remember guys, you're only starting it in here, you're not cooking it in here, so it's just to get things going, give them a little bit of colour and a little bit of taste. I've already got my slow cooker on, I've got it on high to heat it up, and that's all I need to do to that. So I'm just going to tip that into my slow cooker, more fry light into my pan. For some reason this one's squirting, not spraying. Now I'm going to put my peppers. All the quantities will be in the description for you. I've got 4 mixed peppers, red, green and yellow, that I've just chopped up again into bite-sized pieces. And I'm going to put my mushrooms into there. Now, I've said to you before, we like a lot of mushrooms. And what I've done with the mushrooms, I've got quite big mushrooms, so I've just quartered them. Because again, big robust chunks. This will cook down, they will reduce in size. And again, we're just starting everything off in here. Just stirring that around until you're not, as I say, you're not cooking it in here, you're just giving everything a little bit of colour and just turning it up a little bit. And that's good enough for me, so they can go in with the other veg. Right, so I'm mixing everything together in my slow cooker. To that, I'm going to add, now I'm using my homemade blackberry wine, but any red wine will be fine. It doesn't have to be homemade. If you've got your own homemade, fantastic, but if not, then as I say, any red wine will do. And again, because of the quantity I'm using, I'm going to start off with 3 glasses and see how we go, because I don't want it overly wet, because as I say, I am going to make a pie out of it as well. So mix that in. I'm going to put a really big pinch of just ordinary mixed herbs, maybe even a little bit more because of the strength of the flavours in there. And that's just the ordinary mixed herbs that I used. Stir it in. Spraying my pan with more oil. Right, in my bag I have just ordinary plain flour. I've put a couple of cups in there. And in here I have salt and pepper that I've already ground. There's about probably a dessert spoon of each in there. And that, mix the 2 together, or the 3 together, So you've got plain flour, salt and pepper. Sit it in the bag and give it a shake, and that's your seasoned flour. And that's what you use to coat your meat, and that's what thickens the stew. So just put a handful of the meat in and give it a good shake. Put my pan back on there and put my meat in. Try and separate it off a piece at a time. And don't put too much meat in your pan all in one go, because it'll all the juices will come out and it won't cook as well. If you get too much in there, it gets too juicy. You need it to have space to be able to cook properly. But again, we're not cooking it all the way through in here. We're just browning it off and then adding it to the stew. When you're choosing your meat, just make sure you have a look around, because they charge you for chopping it up into bite-sized pieces and all the rest of it. And more often than not, if you buy stewing steak, there's a lot of fat on it. The steak that I bought today that actually worked out the cheapest was just, again, the budget supermarket's frying steak. It's fine, it'll hold its texture and everything in the slow cooker. It's just long slow cooking and it'll be fine. And make sure you do good bite-sized pieces, because beef, like most things, shrinks, and if you cut it into tiny pieces, then it's barely going to be noticeable in there. So you want it in good sized pieces. Give it a good shake in your flour, shake the excess flour off, pop it in there, and as I say, you're just browning it off a little bit. And all the rest of that flour will just be thrown away. It's no good for anything else, unless you're planning on browning some more meat tomorrow, in which case keep it and use it to do that, but don't keep it for very long, because you've got your meat juices and everything in there from today. So the rest of that steak is going into the slow cooker. Now in the bottom of that pan, there's all sorts of crusty bits and everything. We want those. One, they're going to help to thicken the stew, and two, there's loads of flavour in there. So I've just put half a glass of wine in there, and I'm just going to let that heat up, and that will loosen all those bits. Just keep going around with your spatula and just loosening all those crusty bits off, because they are absolute gold. Those meat juices in, and I'm just going to scrape every last bit out, because as I say, that is like gold. And just go around your pan, get every last drop out. Now I'm going to mix all that in together, which is quite a task because I've got quite a lot in there, and it's smelling heavenly already. Right, I've also got some mustard powder here, and I'm going to add about a level tablespoon there. Again, it might sound like a lot, but it won't be sort of blow your head off hot. And that's just ordinary mustard powder. I'm going to add half a dozen beef stock cubes. Get them out of the jar. So 6 beef stock cubes going in there. They've got hot because they've been standing next to the cooker. And I'm putting 2 tablespoons, good tablespoons, of Worcester sauce in there. I have got a couple of other bits that are going to go in, but I'm going to leave those until tomorrow, because overnight this little lot is going to cook down. I'm just going to give that another really good stir, because I've added my stock cubes and my mustard and my Worcester sauce and my thickening. So I'm going to leave it there for now, and then tomorrow morning I'll add the other ingredients. Okay, so we'll come back to that later, guys. Okay, so whilst my lovely cameraman was asleep, I woke up in the night and came down, and the stew had reduced down. So I put the courgettes and the potatoes, which I diced, and the curly kale, which was sliced, into the stew. And they've been cooking for about 6 hours now, so you can see they're all cooked down absolutely beautiful. We've actually had a portion for dinner, and it was really, really nice. I'm going to do a separate video for dumplings because I want to get this finished off and frozen down, but I will do dumplings to go with it. And I'm also going to show you how to make a pie, and I will use this as the pie filling, because a pie filling is basically a really good stew. If you just try and sort of chuck some things in a pie, it's never going to work as well as if you make a stew first and then do your pie. So that's about it for this video, guys. Thanks again for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it'll get you cooking really soon, because you can too. Please, as usual, like this video for us. Please subscribe to our channel, and if you touch the little bell icon, you'll get notifications when we post more videos, and tell your friends about us. The more the merrier. Thank you for watching today. We hope you'll join us again really soon in the You Can Too kitchen. Bye.